welcome to another Brooks Breaks live stream. Time to grab a favourite beverage and a favourite snack. Join in on the chat and sit back and enjoy the show.
What's up?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
I'm gonna just kind of be in like idle mode for a minute here because I'm expecting something to happen momentarily. I think we know what that is.
Do we?
But Paco Pups is here. Hey Paco Pups, how you doing?
Hey, Paco.
Good morning to you. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there's a raid.
Oh no, that's mail.
That's a mail. Oh, and here comes another one.
Two different things.
We got a double. There we go. I'm happy to see that my band Nodak is working properly again after the stream last night.
Oh,
good morning, everybody from the raids, Mayo and Taz. Hello, hello. I figured I'd just kill a minute or so as I expect everybody to come in. Hope you're well. Good to see everybody.
man,
Let's say hello. Let's see. I said hi to Paco. Rob is here. Good morning, Rob. Or good afternoon to you, I should say. Nodak is here and got band already. Hey, James. Good morning, bud. Ledman is here. Yes.
The hipping to the hip. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang. Jump the boogie to the rhythm of the
Chris McRicker in the house. Hey, Chris. How you doing? Looking Cliff. Good morning, Cliffy. Let's see. I think that covers already so far. Thank you for the follow, Captain Matt. Appreciate it. Thank you for the raids to Mayo and Taz, who has now actually joined us. Good morning, Taz.
Actually, Matthew, it's Grandpa Taz here. G'day, Gregory, as well. Good to see you, son.
Hi, Grandpa.
G'day. I've had some of my special mix and basically kicks Taz off the microphone because he's boring and, he doesn't know much about much at all.
money.
Nice to see everybody in the chat. And Matthew, hope you're well, son. Hope you're doing
Sounds like
I'm doing just fine, Grandpa. Apparently, people decide they want to start doing that little 1-bit thing again.
that sounds like it's a matter of money.
Well, you've got to have fun in these streams as well. Has just
Speaking of fun, yes.
Is it me you're
Looking fun. Speaking of fun, I was hoping yesterday that I would have a chance to figure out what I wanted the new project to be, but I have not done that yet. So today it's going to be some set builds. I'm finally going to get around to doing the garbage truck, and might do this here too.
Which one?
The if with purchased emergency response vehicle Jeep thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen that on the shelves over in Kmart's or Big W yet here in Australia.
And actually, Greg, I don't know if you caught that. Squirrels was giving this away on her stream last night.
Yeah,
That was her giveaway.
Yeah, Panfred won it.
Yeah, Panfred Nudo won this. Even though he disappeared from chat at the time she did the giveaway, she still allowed him to win it.
Cool with that. I'm cool with that because
I called shenanigans on that a little bit.
I'm not going to call shenanigans on that one. She herself said, "Listen, I just needed people to talk and chat," which Panfred did. So the rule was met. So
And then he ran away. Also, after he punished her by making her get 6 biscuits from Popeyes on DoorDash and making her eat all of them. Then he finally came back.
Oh, I didn't realize that was Fred that made her do that.
Yeah, Fred did the redeem.
Wow.
Oh, all right. So then,
So for folks that don't know what I'm talking about, I was watching our friend Skrills last night. She was on. There she is. And she has a little channel point redeem where she'll do DoorDash, I guess, and Panfred redeemed it. And I guess she got 6 biscuits from Popeyes along with some chicken and potatoes. In addition to a previous order she got from Mexican, and proceeded to eat biscuits on the stream, dry, without beverages. Oh, that was a painful 25 minutes. Oh, man. That was rough fun.
I think that's worse than trying to do eat 10 saltine crackers all at once with no liquid.
Yeah, I don't know. That was. I mean, I got a kick out of it, and I clipped something. But still, toward the end, she's like struggling to just survive. It was hard to watch.
Squirrels. I want to give her 4 squirrels for that one.
I hope you do up the points because that was rough. And because she paid for it too. That's on redeem.
That's funny.
She's gotten the. I'm not eating a pizza on stream for 25 minutes. No way.
Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. There's Greg getting a pizza right there. We're good.
Yeah.
Son of a, this stupid little. It's low overrun. Yes, I am Walmart. I'm sitting here in the hot tub, consuming a pizza and drinking some sort of orange beverage. Grumble.
Wow, that was a hell of a grumble. Jeez.
That was super
Grumble.
Hi, Ted.
Good night, mate.
I'm ready.
Night.
I'm going to throw up.
Good day.
Actually start working.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Gregory, if you're going to sit here and bloody whinge all stream, Matthew will probably kick you out because, listen, son, you've got to stay happy in life. Like, be like me, have a little nip of some special mix or a cup of coffee or something like that. You got to be happy, Greg. I know it's hard at times, but you just got to try something. You really do.
Yeah, so you just got to try.
It's a bit of a busted old fart, my grandpa has.
I'm at the stud and dud. I think I earned your keep.
Actually, since he just did that, I know, Grandpa, if you want to, or if Taz wants to talk a little bit about that really quick.
What are we? Oh, for starting the bud?
Yeah.
Yes. So, due to in just a few hours' time here in Australia, for those of us that observe daylight savings, we will be observing it no more. We go back to Australian Eastern Standard Time, so we go back an hour, which would mean that to stay on the normal time that we would stream starting the dud for Josh in the US, it would be 6 p.m. At that EDT time, but it would be 8 a.m. for me in the morning, Sunday morning in Australia. So a little bit early to be up streaming for me at that time of the morning. I'm more of a night owl than a morning person, so I messaged Lumberjack and said, listen, we go back an hour here and for our daylight savings, 3 a.m. Sunday morning. Why 3 a.m.? I don't know, but it's 3 a.m. It kicks back out to AEST, or Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is the time zone I'll be on. And I said, I'm not going to be really up for streaming at 8 a.m. in the morning. So to give me that little bit of a grace time, which will be so it'll be 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. EDT. Yeah, so buying a little bit of extra hour of happiness. So for those that are used to seeing us at 6 p.m. EDT, bear with us. It will be 7 p.m. EDT. And our new segments. Grandpa Taz is back with some new romance advice. So romantic, he still wants to do a romantic reach around, but we don't want to upset nice people at the Twitch office. So we'll call it romantic reach out. But also joining Grandpa Taz in a bit of competition, we have a new member joining romantic reach out in the form of the Prospector. So we'll be looking forward to catching up with Grandpa Taz and the Prospector to see what their advice is for romantic reach out, and also making another return will be Rate Your Thunderbox as well. So bit of fun.
I'm still waiting for a Thunderbox I submitted to be rated.
Yes, Matt, I've got to remember you sent something on Instagram. We'll go back and find your one as well.
Sorry, Taz.
So there we go. No, that's all good. So thank you for letting us do the bit of promotion there for starting the dud. We appreciate it.
Yep.
You guys have been a big help for us and big supporters. Matt, if I can ask one tech question, but I'll ask that after this stream, if that's okay. It's just one little thing I wanted to ask you about, related to streaming and that, but I just wanted to ask you a particular question. So I'll save that for backstage though. But again, mate, myself and Architect, we appreciate everybody's support, but especially yourself and Greg as well for helping us out with some stuff. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You guys are awesome. So we always love doing the shout out things. I've got a couple of shout outs set up over on the other system that we use for that. So I finally got that sorted out. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. So thanks, guys. G'day, everyone.
Thanks for the lurk, man.
So yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah. Again, Matt, thank you, and much appreciated.
Yeah, happy to do so, mate.
Always fun.
Yeah, I sent Taz a DM yesterday, I think it was, and I said, "How you doing, mate? Been quiet all week."
I've been flat out, absolutely flat out. This week alone, a lot of things going on behind the scenes, a lot of appointments, a couple of ones that I'd forgotten about that I was supposed to schedule, and being in work mode again at the moment too it's been so full on. There's nights where I've come home, I haven't even looked at the door to the Lego room, let alone go into the Lego room. So
yeah.
And there's a couple of nights this week where I, came home from work, spent a bit of time with Mrs. Taz and the kids, had a shower, had a feed, and went to bed. I was just drained, just completely drained of energy. So what the doctors have said is because, I've had that recovery time and I've been, slowly trying to build back up to, let's just say, relatively normal life, my body's still playing a bit of catch up with me. So I might think that, I'm sitting at a desk mainly. That's my job mainly nowadays, is a desk job, and I'm not using much energy, but it's still getting up, moving around, and getting stuff off the printer or whatever, and going back to the desk. And by the time 5 o'clock rolls around or 6 o'clock, I'm completely knackered. I'm stuffed, and so yeah, it's been a bloody busy week. It's been crazy this week.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's just playing catch up again.
Yeah, but sometimes.
So I do apologise. I do apologise if it has been a little bit of
Yeah, but sometimes it's more the mental side of things versus actual the physical.
Yeah.
Right, because if you're
mental, yeah.
if you're forcing yourself to think, okay, when I get up, I need to, because your body is still healing, right? You're forcing your mind to think, okay, what's the best way that I'm going to be the most efficient to move from point A to point B? So then your brain starts thinking about it more. And where it's something which would be normally just move automatic.
Yeah.
Now your brain is really forcing it, and then so then it makes it worse. That perspective.
It's been taking it. It's taken a lot out of me, and I'm sort of just trying to maintain at the moment. And but it's I know things will settle down. So I know things will improve. I've just got to be as
good morning to Andy's Lego. How are you? Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well.
So, Led, the actual my hole in the wall bar is going well. There was a poll I did the other night, and the Lolmaranth was the deciding factor. So
he was. See, he's still enjoying himself.
It
Realize it's become fun just to keep that sitting there, right?
Now between LTS, I am the Twitch meta. I am Twitch meta. It's not a pizza pub. There will be a pizzeria in Hallsville, and it's not going to be the Jazz Club. I will say that now.
Oh, sounds like he's laying the smackdown. Oh, it's not going to be that.
No, I've honestly thought about that. I've actually had a lot of detailed thought on the Jazz Club. I think several modifications that where it's actually expanding the bar, making that staircase shift, making the bar. I'm going to build it as is first, but yeah, there's going to be to make sure that all of the thoughts and ideas that I have for that build. The Jazz Club itself is going to stay, but I think that second floor where the quote office is, I haven't even started building yet. I'm kind of played out and enamored more.
I am left. I am indeed, by the way. Yep.
What? Oh, the recycling.
Instead of asking me what I'm commenting on, read the chat.
I see the chat. I was.
You sorted him out, buddy.
Huh? What? No, read what I'm answering.
You get him, Matt. You tell him, buddy.
I know, right?
I was. I'm going back to the English and parts.
It's like a skill teacher.
You're welcome, Andy, by the way.
Now listen, Gregory. Mate, I know you're concentrating on a Lego build, but you've got to read the chat.
What have I done to deserve this?
And he claims he's building, right? He's not. Did you see his stream, Greg? Did you see his stream, son? He did not touch his Lego build for the entire bloody stream. It's sad. I try to tell him he's got to pull his finger out, but Taz doesn't listen to me half the time anyway. But ironically, I've got a hearing aid and I listen to everybody, but Taz, whose hearing's pretty bloody good, apparently he doesn't hear a thing. Except when it's dinner time and Mrs. Taz yells out, food's on the table. If you want to see Taz, there's like a trail of going down the hallway to the dining room table, and there's Taz just scoffing down like there's no tomorrow. Gregory, I've got to say, son, loving your streams.
Gregory.
Got to read the chat. We don't want to upset Matthew because he's probably had a hard week too. So, be kind.
It wasn't a bad week, Grandpa. I didn't have a lot going on. Although I'm always looking forward to Friday at 4 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Always good when when you know the last hour is just around the corner. I had a particular day this week. I want to say it was Tuesday. It felt like it was a 48-hour day instead of a 24-hour day. Like Tuesday never ended. Oh, it was painful watching the time go. Oh, that was so cold.
It's like I work on a couple of things, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm done with that for now. So, And what's next? And it's like I'm
Oh, you
working on
don't-
a good project.
That's a cool set. Yeah, I love the set. I love that truck.
Oh yeah.
I might want to get it. I might get a second one.
See, I still have.
I get the French one too.
I literally haven't taken this out yet. I still have it sitting here. I still have that.
Yeah, the
Also
Friends
hanging
one's good.
around.
I've got 2 of them. Yeah.
So, I mean, this will be. I probably will use this as a recycling truck because it's labeled that way. And this other one's going to be the garbage truck because it literally looks like a garbage truck.
That's the sort of thing I was thinking as well, Matt, because a similar thing in Australia, we've got, but I mean, the thing is that we've got our standard, garbage or rubbish truck, and then we've got our recycling. So the 2 trucks almost look identical to each other, but obviously one handles your general waste and the other one does your recycling. But I like that idea, like you said, you've got your dedicated recycling trucks and your dedicated garbage trucks. I'm thinking of getting a second one of this. I should have when I bought it back in January, but sorry, not January. When did I get these? Might have been February, whenever it was. No, I actually ordered these. It was January because the box arrived. Was it after I think it arrived after I recovered, but I'm trying to remember.
I feel like you said you had a couple things that arrived while you were recovering.
Yes, yeah. So the box that arrived, that's right, because the parts didn't arrive until much later. Because I did an order at the same time for a bunch of parts, like tiles and stuff. But I got a couple of things, and I should have grabbed a second one of this. But I was trying to use that extra money to, bump up my parts order a little bit. So I only got one of the trucks. So I like your idea. We're going to grab
Ledman actually has an interesting suggestion for you, Taz. Says, go to Kmart for it. It's good standard price at the moment.
Well, thank you, Ledman. I'll pass that on to Taz, and look, I'll probably just go and buy it myself because Taz, he'll forget. He's got golf with memory. You can't help it with these young people these days. But you know what I'm talking about, son. But thank you for the advice there, Ledman. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, good on you, Ledman. No, I know our Kmart's been pretty good with the Lego pricing. Sometimes you get like maybe $7, $8, sometimes $12. You get a little bit off. Sometimes even $10 off the cost of a set. So it does help if you're trying to buy a few sets. Yeah, I have to remember that. I might even get my name is Taz is working tomorrow. Jump on into Kmart and see if you can grab it. That'd be good.
I'd like to imagine Greg working as a pizza factory or him as a humble pizza farmer.
There's no... Okay. There's no pizza farmers.
So, all right, let's think about this, right? Technically, there is, because you need to grow the wheat for the pizza crust, for the flour for the pizza crust. You need to have the cows for the dairy, for the milk, for the cheese, and you need to grow the plants and the tomatoes for the sauce at the very least, right?
Wow.
So, pizza farmer.
You thought, like, that just thought way too fast on that one.
No, Matt's actually thought this through. There is logic there.
There's definitely logic to it.
There was a lot of logic there. I was like, holy jeez.
And that's what happens after you have some pizza. Pizza Farms remembers. Oh, Pizza Farms remembers, indeed.
What the hell am I doing now? I added stairs. I added one more row of flight of stairs. Thing of stairs. I feel accomplished.
Yay! Greg's done for the whole day. Yay!
He's done. That's it.
He is definitely done. We're so proud of you, Greg. So proud of you.
Okay.
That was an interesting overlay.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to go up another height level of brick. probably, because it should be the first floor should be taller than this.
More row of pizza stairs.
Hmm?
Huh? What? Yeah. I think you might need to get a hearing aid like Grandpa Taz.
Oh, don't start.
Yes.
Don't start. Don't. Mrs. Law, here's you should agree.
Did you say Mrs. Lol?
Oh, I know my hearing is bad. I've already had it tested.
It's funny how you mentioned my hearing aid there, Matthew. Now I gotta say, there is a little bit of a downside to having a hearing aid. So, because I'm staying at Taz's place,
Lol, there you go.
he farts a lot. Now, if I didn't have my hearing aid, I probably wouldn't hear him as much. But sadly, because I do have my hearing aid, I hear him, and it is a bit of a downside, I'll have to admit.
So Grandpa, what's worse, right? Let's say that Taz has a very filling dinner, you know, and he's sitting there a few hours later relaxing, and that dinner comes back to haunt him, and he lets it fly, right? Let's say that you hear it, at least you know you can walk away in advance, but then if you don't have them and you don't hear it, then you whiff it, and you're like, oh my God.
What the?
So maybe it's better you hear it, you can walk away before you catch the smell.
Well, you say that, son, and you've raised an interesting point there. I have to admit that the smell's not great and the sound's not great either, so it's sort of one or the other. But as I get older, I'm probably going to lose my sense of smell, so it's going to be my hearing and my sense of smell first. So if Taz is still around, fart all he wants, because I won't hear him and I won't smell him.
Y'all Grandpa.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good thing though, because you lose your sense of smell, but you're still inhaling it. You know?
I wonder if you lose your sense of taste then as well after a while.
Yeah, and that's what the stream usually comes down to, is that kind of stuff.
Fart jokes.
I know, James. I know. You know very well. That's why they're SPDs. There's been days where that's happened that I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, and it's bad when you start questioning yourself, going, "What did I eat?"
Yeah. Yep. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Maybe I shouldn't. Okay, Bill. We're actually getting one in my area. I'm sort of.
Oh, bother.
That's me lucky charms. They're magically delicious.
What was that one?
I put that one in a cheer in there back on St. Patty's Day, and I left them in there.
Oh, Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms commercial.
Oh.
It had to be Lucky Charms. Once in a great while, I have a craving for cereal. And sometimes I'll get Lucky Charms. But actually, I was at Walmart last night after I had dinner, and I had a craving for cereal, but this time I picked up Apple Jacks. Man, I had a craving for Apple Jacks. For whatever reason. Cereal pest. everything is awesome. Thank you, James. Oh, and thank you, Lol, for that, by the way. Making fun of yourself again.
Or not.
Indeed. Indeed.
So is the other cast of regulars a bit busy tonight, Matt, or this morning for you?
I know Alex is busy this weekend with his reserve obligations that he has every month or two.
Oh, okay, yep.
I know Eric Bricklock got a new computer, so he may be working on getting that stuff set up.
Yeah.
Before he can actually join us again at some point. Ned, unfortunately, got in very late. James gifting a sub out to Andy's Lego. Thank you, James. Very awesome, dude.
Indy's awesome. Indy's awesome. So is James.
Oh, since we've got people here at this point, I hinted to this last night a little bit that. Yep. You do, good sir. You do. Absolutely. So my Twitch, it is now the 1st as well. So this month will be my Twitch anniversary stream, my 1 year. I have not settled on the date yet. I kind of need to talk to Alex about when he's going to do his birthday stream on that Saturday, because I'm going to want to also do my anniversary stream on a Saturday. So I need to kind of see what his plans are, and then I'll probably schedule mine around his. I'm also going to be going to a small Lego convention out in Rochester, New York again, like I did last year in April, on the 22nd of April. So I can't do my longer stream then.
Yeah.
So I need to kind of figure it out. But I'm going to be starting to plan for what's going to happen on that stream pretty soon here. And part of what I suggested last night is that I may actually I may give the viewers a little bit of I may give the viewers the power to determine at least some of the length of the stream, where I may do something like I know some other people do this, like a subathon or something, and redeem-a-thon kind of situation, where the more that people do things, it'll add time onto the stream to a certain point where I cap it. So instead of me going for 2 hours, if people do subs and redeems and stuff, I might go for 3 or 4 hours or something like that.
What about a 24-hour stream?
No, absolutely not. No.
That was
I'm not those people.
Now listen, Matthew, I can, you know, when you get older, you learn to take certain, we'll just say medication, help sustaining energy for a certain amount of time. Matthew, I would pay a lot of $bucks to see you stream for 24 hours. But probably not make it the 24 hours, but we'll get to see you passed out on your keyboard and seeing all stuff going in the chat and seeing all these interesting words and letters coming up all over your screen because you passed out on your keyboard. It'd be hilarious.
Thanks, Grandpa. I think I'd have to prepare for that to ever do that well in advance. I would probably have to take some time off first to make sure I could sleep, and then recover after the fact too. Because I've done like the whole red eye thing and all that, and oh my god, like the red eye flights have killed me because I can't sleep on planes flying overnight. I get back home and it's like completely screwed me up. I've come home at like I don't know, 2 in the morning next day and passed out.
You'd have basically jet lag after doing those like 24-hour streams. I reckon it'd be the equivalency of jet lag.
That's probably how I would connect it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt is not macro cramping. No, I'm not. Indeed. Anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a little something.
That's going to be awesome.
You know, to celebrate all of the folks who have been very generous and supportive of me over the last year.
Yeah.
13 hours made my brain mush. Please be. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Is I don't want to completely F myself up for an extended period because I did something like that.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
Hot tub stream? No, that's gonna be Greg's 1-year anniversary.
Hell no. That's the fact. You're gonna hear the fastest hell no. Hell no. Not
There you go. Right there. Right there.
Well, now listen here, Gregory. If you end up doing one of those hot tub streams, I've got a couple of suggestions. I might fax them over to you so you can check them out. But here's one little suggestion, though, Gregory. If you need to fart, if you try and do a silent but deadly fart, people are going to see the bubbles, son, and they'll know what you did. They know that you'll be killed for your fart.
Oh my God. I am not dressing up as Tinky Winky either, PBJ.
Oh shit! I'd pay to see that.
Did you?
I'd be channel and shit. There's money to see that, Greg. Big dollars.
Did you see how his voice went up and he said absolutely not? Thank you, PJ.
No.
That was like really authoritative right there.
No.
Yeah, you can tell Greg's a parent. That's exactly what it's like. Hell no.
You know, hearing Greg like that, if I were his daughters when they were growing up, I'd be kind of scared of Dad yelling at me.
Hell yeah. Somebody scared me.
What have I done to deserve this?
Exactly. Grumble, grumble. How do you get inspired to build a mock building? I don't know if there's a good way to answer that, Cliff. There's nothing that I do per se that I could say inspires me per se. I don't know. Sometimes it's just looking at things and seeing what other people do.
Yeah.
It's ideas out of thin air sometimes. I don't know. The circumstances may change every time. I mean, like the last project, right? The fortress. You know, I wanted to build a rebrickable, and then of course I went to put that on the Mills platform like I did, and that just went to hell. And it took me 2 streams. I resisted trying to take that apart. I kept trying, and then I finally gave into it, which I think Steve Weiser was really happy to see me give into it. I finally gave into it, just started tearing at least the 2 big towers apart, and doing it myself. But as soon as I started doing it, I'm like, oh, wait. I actually started feeling it. I actually felt inspired. And that was literally because I just gave it and said, all right, you know what? I'm just going to do this myself instead of trying to make this other thing work. So, I mean, that was just a circumstance of saying, screw it, I'll do it myself. I hadn't planned on it, but I did it. And it came out... Wow, it was a deep Greg. And I think it came out in some ways better than it would have. So that's one example, but it depends, right? Every time it depends. It's tough to say. Hi, Diamond. Good morning to you.
Hey, morning, Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah, or sometimes, Cliff, what will happen is you get harangued enough, and then you have to mock.
Yeah.
You get harangued enough.
Not that that
Yes.
ever happened.
I asked him yesterday what he was going to do today. He's like, I don't know.
Sword. Sword. Then maybe I might work on the bar. Then I might work on another project. Then I might work on.
And I said, yay, lol bar.
Low bar. Low bar.
Lol bar.
It's such a low bar for the low bar. I'll be right back. We're gonna grab more coffee.
Pizza pub. Diamond, hope you're doing well. Happy to catch you the other night. I'll do a quick thing here in a second once I get that set. Okay. So, folks that are not aware, Diamond is a streamer here on YouTube.
Twitch.
He's an
Or
off-
YouTube.
yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, Taz. Twitch. Yes. I don't know why I did that. That was a brain fart if there ever was one. She's a fantastic lady. Really, really awesome to watch. Very chill, low key streams. Fun to talk to. Give her a follow. Check her out, guys. Very enjoyable. Yes, on the Twitch. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. It's been a year. I don't know why I said YouTube.
Actually seeing if I'm following as we speak. Legendary underscore.
Oh, Indulgence in the house. Hi, Indulgent. Hi.
Okay.
The first thing that she does is attacks Nodak. Because of course. But yeah, we had a fun time when we raided over from Alex's stream on Wednesday into Diamond's stream. We brought the fun chat and chaos with us a little bit. Because that's kind of thing that we do.
That'll be easier. Enter. Hey, there you go. I was already following. Awesome.
Yay.
There you go, Legendary. Yeah, good to see you. And Indulgent Girl as well. G'day.
G'day. G'day.
G'day. There you go.
Oh, you know what, Taz? We haven't given some greetings in a little while, so let's say hi to Greg real quick.
Sure, why not? Tomo here again. Anyways, my mate here, Brooks Bricks, wants me to welcome someone to the panel, to the stream. Looking at his name, I think I might be able to get it right. I don't know. I'll give it a red hot go anyway. Lol Lego. G'day, Lol Lego. How you going? Anyways, Brooks Bricks here tells me you sometimes have some trouble figuring out your computer. Struth, mate, I'm still trying to figure out the flaming fax machine. Anyway, I reckon I'll get there one. Anyway, good to see you there, Lol Lego. Have a good one.
So I noted that Tomo and Grandpa Taz both apparently use fax machines.
Well, it's the simple technology, mate.
Makes me wonder if
might be
Australia
able to relate this a little bit. I tried to get a little bit of inspiration for that voice from. It was back in the sort of 90s. There was this bloke called the Bush Tucker Man. His name's Les Hiddens. Lives up in Queensland, actually. I think he's a bit further north, Ledman. But yeah, he had that little bit of a g'day mate. How you going? Like get out in the bush here and find some packing because it's getting a bit late in the afternoon, and almost that little bit, that dinky die Australian, and Anyway, so
I mean, that before I actually met you, Taz. I mean, that was kind of my Australian stereotype right there, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, g'day Edmund. I saw Edmund down the servo there yesterday, and I was like, "G'day son, how you been?" He's like, "Oh yeah, Struth, has great to see you, mate." It's that it's that very very stereotypical sort of thing. But you say that as well, Matt. But we can sort of back in the earlier times when we were, before the internet, and you'd sort of someone would say, "Oh, they went to America," and you think, did they run into a lot of people that, "Oh, Ma, look at the pointy-haired little girl." Oh, so, "Hey, Brandine, you might wear these to your job interview." Stuff up and down the runway. You best take them back from whence you got them. Okay, back you go to wait for a woman with less discriminating taste. We're not always going to everyone's played as a such or jokel, but
Who did you come back to?
same sort of thing. A lot of people think that, oh yeah, because we all talk a bit like bogans over here in Australia. Oh yeah, g'day, Tom. Did you see Cheryl down the pub? Oh, she's a pretty good looking Sheila, right? We don't all talk like that. We're not all that sort of, we're not. So, but every now and then it's fun to sort of crack out the good old dinky die Australian and sort of, lean back on the old Crocodile Dundee sort of stereotype of Australia that everyone still thinks we are. We don't all walk around with knives that size. We really don't.
No, I mean, to be fair, my stereotype wasn't influenced by Crocodile Dundee. It was more influenced by Steve Irwin. I
like Ledman's comment.
For bad. I mean, now I will say I did not imagine everybody in Australia walking around like Steve Irwin, jumping on animals and walking around in his outfit like he is, or he did.
Yeah. And Australia Post, see, like with Ledman, Australia Post for us is kangaroo pouches, and the kangaroo pouches up, kicks the door in because they can kick. They basically kick your door in, and then you're standing there waiting for them, and then they, you got to reach into their pouch very carefully, of course, and then grab your mail out, and away they go. So that is Australia Post for us. They rock up to your door, and they don't just leave the package on the door. They bloody kick your door in.
They come back to.
Let's also say hi to Ledman, by the way, Taz. We haven't done this in a while either.
Yeah, g'day, Tomo here. My mate Brooks here wants me to say g'day to somebody in the chat. His name's Ledman. G'day, Ledman. There you go, mate. Now, Brooks Bricks tells me that Ledman, he goes for the Queensland team, the Maroons. That's the NRL, the old state of origin. I go for the Blues, mate, but hey, I won't hold that against you there, Ledman. Hey, maybe one day I'll get up to Queensland there and we'll go to one of those parks, got all those rides in them. Yeah, anyway, mate, you have a good one. Have fun in the chat, eh? See you around, mate. Those who don't know, Carl Tomo's been stuck in regional Australia for just a little bit too long. He needs a trip to the city.
Maybe. Thanks for the lurk, Diamond. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Enjoy your girly girl. and that too.
Yeah, poor old Tomo needs a bit of time in the cities just to give him that bit of city education. We still love him, though. We still love Tomo.
Indulgent girl, your Lamaran sacrifices please the human sunbeam in the sky. Oh, that was a pretty strong unfart. Ooh. Oh, man. Feel that one.
He gets moaned by French plate.
So I'm
Oh, gee.
Why is there 6?
That sounds like it would hurt.
I know it does. It sounds painful. Ledman says, Taz, Nate, next time you're gonna get a visit from Steve Warner, very thick extended Aussie. Led, I would love to hear your Steve Irwin impression.
See, I try not to do a Steve Irwin type thing because I guess I feel, that sense of just sadness that we lost him so early in his life, and out of respect, I know that I'll make a reference. I'm sure Ledman will know who I'm talking about. There was a bloke by the name of Billy Birmingham. He's very well known in Australian circles as the 12th man. As a part of his thing was he could impersonate all of the famous sort of cricket commentators and sporting types, and he's got his own comedy CDs out called The 12th Man. And when we lost one of the country's greatest cricket commentators and cricketers by the name of Richie Benaud, when Richie died, Billy did a bit of a tribute, but after that he sort of stopped doing Richie's impersonation of his voice because it was like a mark of respect to him. So, as much as I love Steve Irwin, I love the old crikey, I try not to lean on doing too much of anything close to Steve Irwin just for that sort of, look, there's plenty of Australians who couldn't stand him, but the thing at the end of the day is he did a lot for education as far as animal education is concerned.
How could you not stand the guy? He was an inspiration to everybody with his...
I'm saying, like, I thoroughly respected him for what he did. Whether he was a bit over the top or whatever, that's for each person to decide and for themselves. But it's sort of one of those things for me where it's just I feel I'd be disrespecting him if I tried to do that sort of voice, and it's sort of, so I try not to. But he's still. For me, it's always been one of those things. It's like I always keep imagining what would have happened if he survived, and what he could be doing now. And between him and Paul Hogan, before the internet, they really helped put Australia on the map as far as tourism is concerned. Between Steve going overseas, and you got to remember he was around before the internet was as popular as what it is now. So back then, to have someone like Steve Irwin going over to, going on Oprah Winfrey or going over to the US and going on some of your biggest talk shows in your country, that did wonders for Australia for tourism. That was big for us. This is the thing, and there's a lot of generations now that are just grown up on the internet and wouldn't know the first thing about pre-internet living. And I'm sort of, because I was born in the 80s, so I grew up without the internet until I got into later high school. So,
yeah,
I know that Paul Hogan and especially with Crocodile Dundee, and then of course Steve Irwin back in the earlier days, they really did a lot for Australian tourism. So I have that level of respect for him, and I've seen plenty of people do impersonations of Steve, and they're very good at it, and I think they're quite funny. Gabriel Iglesias did one on one of his shows, and he was very, very funny. But for me personally, no, I respect the guy, and it'd be great if he was still around. But
well, Lud had made a comment while you were talking, Taz. He goes, "It's good to remember the man. He was a legend."
Oh, he was a legend, yeah, absolutely. And it's great to see his kids and his wife still carrying on his legacy at Australia Zoo and all the animal conservation and environmental stuff that they're doing as well. So yeah, he was and still is a legend. And it's like Heath Ledger. Who knows what Heath Ledger would have been doing now, and what other movies he'd have been doing, and how good of an actor he was and could have been later in life. And we've lost some greats, and we've lost some too soon.
Chris McBricker says, I always imagine Steve using cocaine. That's what it would take to get me to jump on a crocodile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I could kind of see that. I mean,
yeah,
the dude was bonkers in the way he did some of the things he did.
but he knew what he was doing. Now, people question that from the way that he sadly passed away, but you got to remember too, animals, as much as you can try to predict what they're going to do and their movements, you don't always get that part right. And sadly, to lose Steve the way that we did, for someone who was well trained in what he did and very knowledgeable, it was just one of those accidents that sadly happens. And you know, when we first heard of it, thinking, oh, okay, he'll survive that, and no, and sadly he didn't. And it was a shock. Like, it was a big. For us, it was a big shock hearing about it on the news that we lost Steve Earle, and it's like, what? Is this a
I
cruel
was
joke?
shocked too. I'm like, what? Like, I felt like a superhero had died.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, especially the way that he did.
No, we were the same over here. It was a big, it was like, I suppose, when you guys might have heard when Robin Williams passed away, or Michael Jackson, whether you like him or hate him, when you lose a big name, like someone who's so well known, and you just think, no, someone's pranking me on this. This can't be real. And you start looking it up, and next minute, we've lost Steve, or we've lost Robin Williams, or we've lost someone else, and because you think, oh no, someone's doing one of those fake, hoax, death hoax things, or whatever they call them, fake death things. And no, it was such a shock for us to lose Steve. It was like someone was playing a cruel joke on us, and we were just waiting for that joke to go away, and it sadly didn't. So it was a very big shock.
I mean, I think the circumstances too. Like, who would have expected that to happen, right? It was obviously a fluke and 1 in a million shot that it happened the way it did.
And that's the thing. He was very well trained in what he did. And not everybody's going to be as adventurous as what Steve was, to go and see a crocodile out in the wild and go and jump on it like he did. Not everyone's going to do that. But again, he had that ability to pick his target, but at the same time, he was educating you while he was doing it. He was showing you, okay, listen, this croc's close to some farming land, and it's probably going to drag off some cows, but instead of putting a bullet through its head, let's move it, let's relocate it. It's an animal, and you've got to remember, it's the same when we've had sharks in our area recently, and the big uproar about, the sharks shouldn't be here. It's like, hang on a second. They were here before us. They're animals. We're on their territory. Like, if you're living on a riverbank and you've got crocs and sharks, you weren't the first person there. The bloody animals were. You're on their land or water. You're on their territory. So, this is the thing. And at least Steve would try and teach people that. It's like, hey, listen, look, okay, crocs can diminish farming, like cattle or sheep or whatever, if you're close to riverbanks or whatever. But instead of just putting a bullet through them, relocate them way further away from that particular water source, and they most likely won't come back. Or you might go months without seeing one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that level of education that he tried to do for people, and we just don't really have that sort of replacement.
What's really funny about that clip is Grandpa Taz's cadence, right? His pitch of do 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 do, but then the music is do 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 do.
And it's higher speed.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Grandpa Taz time, he marches to the beat of his own drum. There you go.
Thank you, PBJ, for Grandpa Taz.
Anyway. Yes, R.I.P. Steve.
I will still always remember, I might have shared it on a stream or something, but I remember this clip of a couple of guys, I think they're out of New York City. It was from a long time ago. It was before he passed, because they were talking about him in present tense, like he hadn't died. And they were talking about an episode or just things that he did. And they went into like a good 7 or 8 minute diatribe of they were doing impressions of his voice, obviously embellishing, but like things that he actually does and poking fun.
Yes. I think you could be possibly referring to through a really good mate of mine who I used to work in radio with. This is again early days of the internet, but we managed to find a comedy series that was done over in the US. It was a part of the Mofugger. If you've it's on Spotify. But these were like radio, like skits or comedy bits that were actually played live to air, over in the US. This is going back, I want to say, this would be, what are we now, 2023? This would be going back, say, 2000 and maybe 7. So early 2000s. And there was this radio skit, and they actually did one, but they called it Steve Darwin, Fearless Explorer. If you actually look for it and search for it, you'll find it is out there still, especially if you look for it on Spotify or whatever. It's there, and they did Steve Darwin, Fearless Explorer, and they took what he did just way too far. But back then, when he was still around, it was funny. It was hilariously funny. So I know what you're talking about, Matt. I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but
no, this was a couple of New York City, I think, based guys, radio show guys that were just talking about it and poking fun.
Opie and Anthony?
That's Opie and Anthony. Yep, that's who it was. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Very good, Greg.
I think they're still on Sirius. I don't care for them.
I don't know or listen to them otherwise. I just remember hearing this clip and thinking it was one of the most hilarious bits I'd ever heard.
Hey, Becca.
Hi, Becca. How you doing? Because
Becca.
I just remember how spot on the impression was.
Yes.
And how I'm like, that sounds exactly like what he does. We're like talking about how he jumps out a crocodile and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spin him around and stick my finger up his bum and see if he's male or female. That sounds exactly like what he does.
Oh jeez.
So yeah, I never forgot about that.
No.
Did I miss this stuff? Must have had an extra piece. Oh no, I see what I missed. Thank you for shutting out Becca. Gregory.
Yes, very, very good, Gregory. You've learned how to use your keyboard, son. You've proven that very well.
All right. I know a lot of people have already seen this, but yeah, there it is.
It's a cool track. I like that.
It is. I will probably mod it a little bit, to be honest. Change up a couple little things.
Yeah.
I don't like all the exposed stuff right back in here. I think I'll probably mod a little bit right here.
See, for us, that's a very similar looking style truck that we have here, except ours are side loaders, not rear loaders for the actual bins. They actually use their side loaders.
So I will say that this is actually spot on for the truck that comes by my townhouse complex to pick up recycling.
Yeah.
This will pull up next to the little shack where we all bring our recycling stuff. It'll just park there, and they start loading into the back of that truck. So technically, this with the recycling symbol, that is actually correct for my use case here, real life.
That's cool.
So yeah, there's that. Oh, let's do a little point of comparison here, just because. Let's see.
God, I'm still not used to seeing 1x5 plate pieces. That's 1x5.
Yeah.
That's still
So there you go. That's an interesting perspective.
yeah.
Or if I change it around so you get the other side with the loader. There we go.
I like the Friends trucks though. It's a cool build.
I do too. I haven't modded this at all yet. I'm probably just gonna change a few things with it. But I mean, yeah, I'm very, very happy with that truck. I think these are gonna pair really well in the city.
Yeah.
So Taz, you're rebuilding the train station?
Yeah, so what happened was when we were moving towards sort of getting closer to wrapping up, I was sort of going through so many storage tubs of, trying to keep sets intact, and I couldn't fit as many in as I was trying to, and like we was buying up, those plastic tubs or totes, I think some people call them and that as well, but for us, just like storage tubs, like big 50-litre ones or whatever. We were buying up a heap of them, and it was getting expensive. And in the end, I had to just start grabbing a few sets and literally just breaking them up, but putting them in Ziploc bags so all the parts stay together. And I'm slowly rebuilding just some of the sets that didn't survive the move. So doing that at the moment. But I like Cliffy's question about ideas for like getting inspiration for mocks and stuff like that. Like for me, I know that with my little harbour layout, I try and I know that I want to have like a maritime rescue little depot or a little building, and so I'll look at some real life examples either just on the internet like what they're doing searching, or I'll do a bit of googling for Lego builds for rescue centres and all stuff like that. And then I try and have a bit of a blend of a few ideas of some of the real life designs and maybe the colours they've used for the buildings. And then look at some of the Lego ones and try and sort of make my own out of looking at ideas from the real life buildings and just seeing how they did it. What, like some of them might have like a little operations control tower. I think like an air traffic control tower, but a smaller version. But they still might have that little appearance of like a traffic control tower attached to the building that might have a couple of offices, a little training room, and maybe some sleeping accommodation for staff that need to work a bit longer. I watch a YouTube series by a guy called Downey Live, and he visited one of the Canadian maritime rescue centres, and they actually have people who live there, on and off. Like they rotate staff in and out, but they have ones that are on shift for 24-hour operations, so they have sleeping accommodation and all that sort of stuff. So I try to look for a bit of real world examples and then try and see what I can do with Lego as well. So that sometimes helps as well, especially if you've got a creative block, because sometimes seeing those real life images or do a bit of Google Street View or just Googling, sometimes it'll give you just that little idea, which is enough to start you off. So I try to do that sometimes as well.
Yeah, that's why in my case, like looking at stuff other creators do, like a Jang or Robin Hood Bricks or Alex Nunes or other people.
Exactly. Yeah.
I take a lot of inspiration from the things that they do. A lot of inspiration.
Yeah, and that's not saying that you're copying what they're doing. It's just you're just getting ideas. You're just going, oh, well, I've got enough of those parts. I could try that. Or it's like, oh, I don't have enough of that, but I've got something similar. I'll try using that, and all of a sudden, there's your idea.
And I think it's I mean, at least if you're a content creator anyway, and you're sharing your work, and you tell people like, okay, look, I was inspired on this by such and such, right? I think that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't claim it completely as your own, and you're saying, this came from, I think that's legit.
Yeah. That's like I do with my Aurora Point layout. I call it Aurora Point, but I got the idea and I say I was inspired by the name that's on the top of the little lighthouse keeper's cottage. It says Aurora Point. I'm like, oh, that would be an interesting name for my layout. Here it is.
Right. The building that I have in my city, that 3-story entertainment complex building, that was 100% inspired by the music shop and laser tag building that Jang had built, I don't know, like 6 years ago now. But
oh, cool.
I have, in my videos where I've talked about that, I have always said this building was inspired by,
Yes.
by him. This is not my original idea. I don't take credit for the overarching design because I took the overarching design from him. And I even shared it with him on Patreon a long time ago. And he said, "Oh, that's cool. Thank you for, telling me, blah, blah, blah." He was happy that I shared that with him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure he forgot since then, but...
But like I said, there's nothing wrong with getting that inspiration, you know what I mean? Like, and that's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Clipsy. Good morning, dude.
Hey, Clipsy.
Oh, by the way, Clipsy, since you're on, would you... And we've got some folks I wanted to... If you're okay with it, maybe I could share your generosity. Your recent generosity. By the way, there's those guys. Let's see if he answers. Upstate Dave, hello, and good morning to you, sir. Happy weekend. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful day outside my window, Upstate Dave. Up here near Syracuse, it is looking like it's going to be a very, very nice day here today.
Oh, it's gross out here.
I hear a little bit of Greg grumbling. What?
I said it's supposed to be gross here all day. It's supposed to be raining.
Aww.
Is my mic coming down low again?
Like I told you, when you go low and grumble, like it seems to cut you out a little bit.
I didn't think I was grumbling. Yeah, it's probably I'm closer to mumbling versus grumbling.
It could be the mumbling. It might be that.
I love you. You love me.
Greg's happy family. Okay, he finally answered. Well, I know you don't need it, but what you did was fantastic, so I feel like you deserve some acknowledgement because what you do is going to help get something. So, since he has okayed it officially, oh, that's okay. Sorry, look at my phone for a second. So Clixie had told me a few weeks ago to expect something random from him. Didn't say what it was, just expect it. And I'm waiting, checking my mail. Nothing's coming through. And he's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Dude, it's been 2 or 3." I'm like, am I supposed to get this? And nothing ever showed up. So I guess he got on the phone with somebody or whatever he did, and he changed whatever he did to a digital thing. He said, "Okay, watch your mail within the next 24 hours." So then I opened up my email the next morning, and lo and behold, there is a Lego e-gift card in there. And guess what the amount was?
$100?
$100.
Holy shnikey!
And he said, "Happy birthday." Happy belated birthday. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? And then he made a joke about the lighthouse. So because of that, Clipsy's extreme generosity. I will say I am very close to getting to a point where I can buy the lighthouse.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'd like to ideally have that in hand, if I can, by the time I do the anniversary stream.
So no more FOMO.
No more FOMO with that. I'd like to be able to do that in the anniversary stream, ideally.
That is awesome. That is wicked generous.
Yeah, it's completely uncalled for and unnecessary, but he did that, and I feel like he deserved to have acknowledgement of it, because that was just incredible.
Dinky winky, hinky wink. Dinky winky, hinky wink.
I don't expect anything like that, and it blew me away when I got that. I'm like, dude, you didn't have to do this. And he goes, I want to do stuff for my friends sometimes, and I'm like, okay.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah. So good on him for that. It's just extremely generous.
Oh wow, Dave! Really?
Oh, I gotta go back and read the chat. I was talking about that. Let's see. Tornado go around us this morning. Jeez. Cousin lost her dream under a tornado in February. Oh, damn! That's so horrible luck. Damn, that sucks, Dave. Eek. Was in Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh. Is that
I
time
remember
of
watching
year?
the Storm Chasers TV show. They used to get some like cracking tornadoes in that area you just mentioned, Matt.
Yeah, that area. It's going to be that time of year.
Yeah.
That stuff happens, unfortunately. Not good. Not good at all.
No.
Yeah, there was it's been a lot of unfortunate weather events like that.
And unfortunately, it's probably going to get worse.
Yeah.
Because we humans, we do what we want, you know. Oh well. Nonetheless, sorry to hear that, Dave. I hope she'll be okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is so true. I think we all know that is the case. You can replace materials, you can't replace people.
True. Finish these.
I know there were some really nasty storms in Mississippi, I think, recently too. I heard about. Ugh. Springtime, it gets nasty all of a sudden in the Midwest and the South. Things just start rolling through and wreaking havoc. I mean, up here, I have the snow and the cold sometimes. And sometimes I might suck, but at least I don't deal with tornadoes and hurricanes and whatever else most of the time. I'm in a pretty good area weather-wise, other than snow. So I can't really complain.
There's been some tornadoes up this way that have hit.
This area is not that conducive to really have tornadoes form. It's happened, but it's a very, very infrequent occurrence here.
What was it? Springfield, Mass. There was not that far from the New York border, obviously further away from where you are. They had a wicked tornado come through.
Yeah, Springfield is not far from Albany, if I recall.
Yeah, it's maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm going to keep this. Wait for
Some interesting contrast in color on this build, at least inside. Orange, red, and the yellow color here.
I know Ledman, I think, commented about the colours, or someone commented about the colours for the city train station set that I'm building.
Yeah, Lego has gone very in on that yellow, for example, and very in on the teal. Disco Duck, good morning to you.
Hey, the Disco.
Disco Duck.
Happy Saturday to you. Greg, do you mind?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just grabbing something. We'll be doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, he's talking about Springfield, Massachusetts. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went right by. It was near the Basketball Hall of Fame and stuff.
Wow.
I spent much longer than 10 in Springfield once. Car broke down there on the way to Boston. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's no good. Thank you for the shout to Disco, Greg. Appreciate it. Oh, don't appreciate that, though. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think that was appreciated.
It's not me.
No, it wasn't me. I got up and made sure I took care of everything before I got ready to stream this morning, so I'm good.
Well, trip to the Thunderbox, eh?
Thunderbox, and I showered too. Wake myself up.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Lamaranth is doing. Oh, let's check in and see how Lamaranth is doing. It's been a while. Let's see. Yeah, he's still enjoying it. He's right there. He's still in a good mood. It is lead. there you go. It is indeed it's a shell bikini. When Greg goes out, he goes all out.
Hello, lady. Like, oh. Jeez, Greg.
I'm pretty sure it's okay because he's not naked.
Lord.
I mean, if Amaranth could get away with doing it, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Just saying. Gonna pretend the big pizza's a pool floaty. It could be. It definitely could be. That would make a lot of sense for Greg.
Now listen here, Gregory, I have to interject. I know you might be tempted to try some chocolate body paint, but listen to somebody who has some experience with it. Don't do it in the car, son. Save it for the bedroom. It is a real hard to try and clean your car seat with the chocolate body paint. I highly recommend saving it for the bedroom.
Now, Greg, you listen to Grandpa Taz.
Straight has taken a
You tell him, Grandpa Taz. You tell him.
I'll tell him. I'll make sure he listens and understands the consequences of his actions.
Ooh.
That's a working. There we go.
I think this is the first time that I've actually gotten this piece, the rounded 1x2 tile.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've gotten this. Lego after dark at 10 a.m. I mean, it could be. Nodak, when you do only Nodak, maybe then we'll consider an only Brooks.
oh boy.
Yeah, I put it on him to do it first.
Yeah.
So much move.
Well, then we know what to do and what not to do.
You're right.
See, there's method there.
I mean, maybe Mrs. Nodak would enjoy an only Nodak too.
We'll have to wait and see if we can get one of those only Greg streams going, you know. Maybe in some bubblies and, you know, some wine and some cheese. You could actually turn it into a really informative stream about what wine and cheese works best in the hot tub.
I guarantee if Greg actually did a Lamarant stream for real, he would easily hit like 10,000 follows.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, good.
Easy.
No.
Easy.
No.
No problems.
None whatsoever. Imagine the fame, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
12-month tier 3 sub. You could get a lot of those. And you start writing all the subs in Sharpie on your arm.
Lord. Didn't realize I had all this blue.
That's me lucky charms. Delicious.
So random.
I reckon you got to build up that. Got it around the wrong way. Try the other one. There we go. Look at that.
You having some problems, Grandpa?
Oh, you know, Taz is that bloody slow at doing Lego sets. It's like watching freaking paint dry. Get in there and do it yourself. Bloody Grandpa Taz, He's a bit feisty in his old age.
I think so. Mhm.
There we go. I think I got it minus the stickers because I don't. Might be keeping the set for exactly as it is.
It's Oopsie. I was gonna say, did Greg freeze up because he was like still there for like a good minute?
I'm trying to figure out.
Well, minus the stickers, I've rebuilt the train station. It's not a bad little build. But I've got some ideas for this though as well.
Yeah, I still have that sitting over here too in the backlog at some point.
Yeah.
Got to get back to that probably after I redo the airport, which is on the plate to do. I'm gonna rebuild it in a different way. I know I put a lot of work into it last year, but it's been sitting here over on my side desk, which is where Oreo is sitting right now as well. She's sitting in front of it. And every time I look at it, I'm not really happy with it anymore. It's too big for what I had originally envisioned. So I'm going to tear it down at some point and redo it. That's right. She has been sitting here a little while. Greg Brain is on fire with thinking. Yeah, I know, right? So I had to sit there and pause for a minute.
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to figure out where I want to take this.
Let's says, holy smokes, you built something, Taz.
I know, right? Check it out. Tell your friends. I got it happening.
So if you notice, Sled, but what happens is when he streams, he talks. But when he joins others, that's when he builds. That's how it works.
I noticed in that 1 hour stream, I didn't build anything for that. Like I had it here on the table, didn't touch it. But that just goes to show that I was paying attention to the chat. I've been in a couple, and like this is not aimed at any of the Twitch streamers, but I've been in a couple of YouTube streams where the chat just like gets ignored for a long time, and yeah, you know, it's sort of. I love on Twitch though, like you know, you jump into. Hey, Prophet DNA, Penfred Nudo, you know, and all of us who stream, we all make that conscious effort to hang out with the people in the chat. Ledman's great at it. And, you know, even when he's dead set concentrating on a game, if someone says something in the chat, he's just like, sorry, guys, I'll get back to you in a sec. I've just got to get through this. You know, it's refreshing as someone who's A, a streamer, and B, who enjoys watching streams when your chat is engaged. So for the fact that I don't build anything, I do try to, you know, when I'm doing my own streams, I do try to pay attention to the chat. You know, I try.
Yeah, I
haven't got that combination skill set to build and chat at the same time. I haven't got that link yet.
That's what surprised me about when I started streaming is the fact that I can actually build and do stuff while I also still interact and chat.
Yeah.
Somehow
it's a skill.
do kind of have that ability.
Yeah.
Even with mocking, because when I first started doing this, I'm like, how am I going to be able to do mocking while I'm trying to engage in chat and all this other stuff? But
yeah,
somehow I can do it.
See, when I stream it, I've got...
I was going to say, I think that really frustrates Alex too, that I can do that and he can't. He gets so easily distracted.
Yeah, because I think if I had like someone with me on the panel who could chat with me, but sort of keep an eye on the chat as well, I would probably achieve some level of a build, you know, some level, which is better than what I usually do. So anything past that for me is a win. But what it is that the time that I do that 1 hour stream before you go live, Matt, is that it's 8 a.m. in the morning for a lot of the audience. Not everyone is jovial and wanting to join a panel at 8 a.m. in the morning. You know, just like I don't want to necessarily stream at 8 a.m. in the morning myself, you know, to adjust for daylight savings in my part of Australia. So, you know, I get it, but I always do better when I've got a panel because it for me makes the stream go quicker as well.
Yeah, I mean,
I totally get that. Yeah.
You're deflecting off of what you're trying to. You've got someone else that can play off of.
Yeah.
What you're doing.
So, like, I send invites out, but you know, people will say, "Oh, we like, you know, we like just being in the chat because you tell stories and you do this, that, and the other." And it's like, yeah, but I mean, I only know so many stories. You know, I'm not going to keep constantly regurgitating them because people get sick of hearing them. So, you know.
That Taz got a story? Wait, Taz told stories? What? Wait a second. Wait. Hold on. This is news to me. Wait a second. Taz, you tell stories?
I try to. I try to. I have a few
That's a beefy emergency response vehicle right there.
That's like an all-terrain one. Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Because they had to go up the hill so they could rescue Dave after he fell off his bike and got hurt.
Or I'll find one of the voluntary emergency services organisations here in Australia is called the SES, or the State Emergency Service. And for a few years before I sort of got into the you know, the work I'm doing now and doing like the maritime rescue stuff, I've helped out with the state emergency services in various branches throughout Australia, and we have those all-terrain type vehicles that, you know, are designed to get access to some pretty rough areas, and those they are absolute monsters. They're beasts of a machine, and yeah, they can be as rough as guts to travel in, but the terrain that they've got to traverse is fairly interesting. So I have seen vehicles of, you know, real life vehicles do it. I've been in them and traveled in them when they do it, and they are a beefy machine.
Yeah, this was an interesting gift with purchase.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what I'll do with this. I don't know, I might mod it just to be an off-road vehicle. I did joke with Dave last night when he was. Oh, sorry, Taz. Go ahead.
So I was going to say you could modify that one as like an airport rescue vehicle as well. Yeah,
that's a good thought because I do have that fire truck also sitting over on the side here too. Still.
Yeah.
Somewhere. That could be a possibility. I did tell Dave that I might consider giving him this bike. So I know he wants these bikes. That's why he wanted this in the giveaway last night in Scroll Stream, because he wanted the bike. he's like, your son can keep everything else. I just want the bike. And then from the 2 builds today, that's my leftover parts. Random stuff there.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what I'm most likely not going to build on Starting the Dark. I did pick up the friend's the little diner, the little burger sort of diner set. Oh, this set is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely screaming to be mocked. Like this set as a mock, yeah, I can't wait to goof around with this and try to do something with it in a mock.
Yeah, that's the reason I bought this on day one. Was like, this is going to be perfect for like a mock build of some kind. It screams mock.
Oh hell yeah, 100%, 100%. I can't wait to build it. So, Matt, did you have any downside to this build? Any setbacks on it, or
no, none whatsoever. It's extremely easy, very simple, very nice little build.
Sweet. Well, I've got that one. I also grabbed back into the city theme.
See you, PBJ.
Thanks for being here, PBJ, as always. Much appreciated. Hopefully see you later.
See you, buddy.
Don't you bro had to go dunker. I don't want her to wake up. Culture girl.
So yeah, got that one, and the much smaller one. Now, see, if I aim small, I could probably build this in the stream. Anything bigger, I'm going to struggle.
Can see that.
Yeah. So a couple more races.
Taz, you might be able to finish a set like this.
Well, even better. Even better.
Otters!
Polybag. Polybag. Goodbye.
Polybag. Oh my god, Oreo's being very persistent this morning. I don't know what her deal is. She keeps like hovering around and pushing herself onto me and stuff. Yeah. They got their food 2 hours ago. 2.5 hours ago. Indulgent, how late did you stay up last night?
No.
Come on.
All right. Well, I might end up looking at ducking out a little bit early tonight. I have got, of course, starting the dut. It is getting a little late over here in Australia. It is still, even though I'll get my hour back, it is getting a bit late, and I want to be a little bit more awake for my stream. But Matt, Greg, fantastic great to see you guys. It's always fun to get to raid over and hang out and have some fun with everybody in the chat and that as well. I'm glad I could bring a few over from the raid. Thanks to everybody who did stick around and raided with me. I appreciate that as well.
It's good to see you, mate.
Yeah, thank you as always for the invite. It is greatly appreciated, and for your continued support as well. Rick Sargent, I know you supported me as well, which I really do appreciate. Matt, I did see that you did as well. Yes. Again, much appreciated, and we'll see everybody at starting the dud. Looking forward to it. And the invites will be sent out if you're able to make it. I know that apparently, Matt, I do know that it clashes a bit with some of your other viewing. But if you're able to stop on by, it's always fun and appreciative to have you guys along as well. I'm
gonna be heading to my folks today, and gonna be out for dinner at some point this evening. So I'm gonna see when I'm back.
Okay.
Have to see when that plays out.
It will be starting at 7 p.m. your time, so a little bit later than the 6 p.m. start. So at least just to help us out a little bit. But yeah, Greg as well, mate. Same as well. Everyone's welcome. But thank you again, Matt. I really do appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing your celebratory. Was it 12-month stream coming up?
Yeah, 1 year at some point this month.
Awesome. That's going to be really good and well deserved as well, mate. Yeah, great to see that you've stuck it out and going from strength to strength and that as well. So always good to see. Yeah. But yeah, thanks again, mate. Goodbye to everybody. Now, I see that Ledman's there in the chat still. Good to see you, Ledman, and how everyone's looking forward to seeing some of your streams. And don't forget, Ledman, if you need a little bit of advice in the boudoir, you got to reach out to Grandpa Taz, and also startingthedud@gmail.com. We'll definitely help you out. Sonny, I'll draw some diagrams. I'll have to fax them to you because if I show them on stream, I'll end up
show cancelled, and I don't want to do that. But people at Twitch office get upset if they see some noodle pictures on some paper, so I'll fax it to you later.
But yeah, thanks everyone. Appreciate it as always. And don't forget, for those that don't know, if you're not following, there's a bunch of us here in the chat as well as streamers. Go and do the follow thing. You'll see the shout outs coming through. Hit the follow button. It doesn't cost you anything to follow. Support us. We support a lot of other people here on Twitch and that as well. So thanks again.
Make sure the people are following you guys for later tonight if they're not already. There you go.
Yes. So thanks again, everyone. Take care. See you guys.
Get some rest. We'll see you later.
See ya.
All right, so I have to go back to chat real quick. So Indulgent Girl said she went to bed around 5:30 this morning. Indulgent Girl's crazy. And I see apparently Indulgent and Led both were talking about her being a bot and said beep boop beep boop. So
don't start don't start that one, because then the robot army is going to start to come out again. Be careful.
Beep boop beep boop boop. Damn, I built a little too quickly. I finished both my builds a little while early.
Stuck it. Trying to figure out, dude.
I see you're using blue, Gregory.
No, this. So, I just. So it gets even better, Matt. So, remember how we've had these discussions where I don't remember the hell I had because I don't look into certain drawers every once in a while? Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is my 1x8 draw. That had a whole ton of 1x8 blue. So now with a certain other amount of 1x8 blue, I can do a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm looking at this right now. This is just, I actually grabbed it and I'm like, oh, it's a placeholder color. I don't know if I'm going to go blue. So I'm trying to figure out if it's going to contrast too much with some of the other color. I mean, you got blue will go with white, it's fine. Gray will go with gray, okay.
Yeah.
But you got some of the dark orange, the pink. Like, is there too much happening color-wise with this? So that's why I'm trying to. But at least it just gives me right now. I'm just roughing it in for a shape. Yeah.
Opak says, yeah, she was still up when I left for work at 3:45. I'm night owl. Apparently so.
Nike.
Oh.
Night, day.
Maria was clearly in her spring shedding phase. There is fur going all over. Let's see what's going on here as we get ready to wrap up shortly. Indeed.
I think blue could work. I have to change windows and blue could work. I have to change the door frames out.
Oh, wow.
What?
I think it really does seem like I have a monopoly on Saturday morning, dude. There is like nobody else on right now that I've followed that is doing Lego.
BB Stand, ICPS Stands.
B Stands is doing some gaming.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I just looked at that. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll give it a few more minutes because we're not quite to 11 yet, but I don't know. That's kind of shocking. I mean, I appreciate people that are actually up and hanging out here on a Saturday morning like this, but it's kind of fun to actually almost have a monopoly on Lego streaming at this point in time.
That's weird. I don't see anybody.
Hey, Mbinda in the house. What's up, Mbinda? How you doing?
Mbinda!
Yeah, Kitte in the house hanging out. Captive audience at this. I know, right? I'm hoping that by the time I stream again on Tuesday, I will be ready to go with a new medieval project. Because I do have to record the video to do the March Medieval Realm update. I'm a little late in that, unfortunately, but still gotta do it. But hopefully once I do that and take a look at a couple things, I can figure out what I want to do for Tuesday night. And we can start on that project. Let's see. Burning branches from last storm, yard cleaning. Oh, that's not fun. Ugh. It's gonna hop on and start my brickling sets, but my internet has been struggling recently. Don't think it's gonna hold up. Oh, boo, internet. Boo. Boo, internet.
Sounds like somebody else from last night, too.
Yeah, somebody had some big internet issues last night and had to cancel his stream there. Oof. Yeah, what did you get, Dave? What ones did you get?
Somebody's in the doghouse already. What?
I was going to try to draw it to 11 o'clock to see if anybody showed up at the top of the hour.
I'm still.
But while we wait, let's see how you're doing there, lol. Let's see what you got.
Start ripping bricks off. All right. All right. So what I got done. Go from the top first. So I ended up adding in another layer to the staircase. So this way here, this is all completely filled in now. So what's I had tiled. That's about it. And then I had to figure out the underlying floor design because of the way I built part of it. It's just a single 1x plate here.
I mean, that's Lego normally does that.
Yeah, so it's going to sit right there.
Yeah, I've done that too.
So, but since I didn't want to mess with Lego math and have to figure out, oops, no, that came off. Doing like an extra tile here or an extra, either trying to inset it. I'm like, forget it, just it overhangs slightly, which is fine because then I can do kind of add a little bit more of like a little overhang type piece there. Maybe do something, but this is where I'm trying to struggle and figure it out a bit. If I do this, would make this just a balcony here. I may leave this stairwell open, so it's an open stairwell, versus trying to make like a wall Lego. So I may. Oh yeah. So, how far away from you are? Because it was what? Belvedere, Illinois. So there's some theater gotten hit with that storm too.
Weather's crazy over the place, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's nasty, isn't it? So now this is, so what I'm trying to figure out now is, I got a rough layout here. So I think the pool table will go up here. I might add a small little bar. But kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Well, south of us has been crazy. Okay. Yeah, it's weather's been insane. So, but this is what it looks like from the front. Right now, this is what
Dave replied back, Castle in the Forest from somebody. Have 2 each of the train station, Winter Chalet, modular Lego store, the 50s diner, bowling alley. Oh my god! Wow.
I thought Bricklock got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I thought Eric had the monopoly on going crazy with the sets, but apparently he's not the only one.
Nope. So that's kind of the blue. I think I may stay with. I'm trying to figure that out because I do want to use blue in my this type of blue in my city, like the basic blue.
You probably don't have much of that in the city right now, do you?
What have I done to deserve this?
I mean, I've got like a dark azure, I've got some medium azure. I don't have
Azure though. Azure gives off a different feel, right?
Yeah.
The Jazz Club first level has Azure. That is very different from that blue.
Oh yeah, none of my buildings have that basic color blue. Like I'm actually looking right now. I've got dark red, white, light gray, light blue gray, dark orange. So I don't have anything that's got basic blue floor type color. So let's see. Let's push the wall down.
Oreo has taken over the stream, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, now that Nodak is squishing sharks and squished Lawmaranth? What?
No, not Lawmaranth. No.
What was that? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, James. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, it's definitely going to need to have some windows. If it was just straight, just blue blocks, it would look awful, I think.
No magenta. Let's see. Oh, we're getting on to 11, and I'm still not seeing anybody I follow coming on.
I just see B stands. That's it.
That's
I'm
really
down on the.
Yeah, just leave the stream going. I'll walk away for the day and just leave Oreo here to do whatever she wants. Problem is that she's not going to stay here though. If I walk away, she'll follow me.
No.
I'll get another minute to wrap up here. But I guess if I don't see anybody, I will maybe just go ahead and sign off.
The hipping to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bookie. Say up, jump the bookie to the rhythm of the beat.
Hey, Moments of the Magic with a follow. Thank you, Moments. Welcome in. Been on for a couple hours, getting ready to do the usual 11 o'clock a.m. here sign off. I'm actually looking to see if there's anybody else doing any Lego streaming. Let's see, I might have to try like searching here for a minute.
Looking to see what else. Like I'm looking at like Brooks Viewers also watch. He's doing.
Let's see, I don't see anybody live. But yeah, thanks for the follow, Moments. Do appreciate it. I'm looking at brick building as a tag because a lot of people tend to use that. If I just Lego.
Yes.
Really? So I typed Lego in the search bar and it says people searching for Lego also watch. And it just popped up another person that's not Amaranth, but is a pools, hot tubs, and beaches streamer that's live. Really? Really? Like, really? Like, how is that a thing? Let's see. Yeah, Oreo's getting impatient.
Yeah, I see just more people doing just like games and stuff.
Yeah, looks like today might be a chill day for some other people here.
Because I'm trying to see
All
if
right.
I.
You know what? There's no harm in doing this. If we just go ahead and close it out, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Certainly, good times as always. Oreo's hanging out here as well. We're not going to go to Amaranth. We're not going to go to Amaranth. As funny as I think it is, we're not going to go to Amaranth. Appreciate all you guys in chat, whether you're lurking or participating. Appreciate everybody that does all the things they do. You guys are fantastic. Taz and Greg for hanging out. Always good times. Much appreciated. And yeah, since nobody else is on, I think we'll go ahead and just we'll kind of wrap up here. Oh, Chris McBurger says he's got something.
Oh. Nodak attempting a ban. California Burbs.
Let's see what that one is.
No, 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 no!
Let's see. Really? It's just a live stream of birds.
What? Okay.
That's really funny.
Here, we've rated you to a.
I like that. Okay, that's cute. Thanks, Chris. Anyway, yeah, we'll just go ahead and sign off today. But yeah, thank you guys for all the awesome stuff. Really good times. Like I said, I'll try to come back Tuesday and actually get started on a project, a medieval realm project. I gotta try filming the update video here as well, so I want to get started on that before I head out for the day. But again, thank you guys. Fantastic time as always. Do we think there might be a pop-up stream? Maybe, lol. Maybe.
Maybe tomorrow.
Just in case there is, make sure you guys are following Greg.
3 more followers. 3 more followers till 100, and then I'll do a polybag giveaway.
Ooh, hear that, guys? Get into 100.
Like one of your French girls.
Get into 100.
Hey, Archie.
Thank you, Nodak. All right, guys. Until next time, have a great one. We're just going to go ahead and sign off. We'll see you later. Have a great day.